goat outside.
It's just a goat.
Mom, it's a fucking goat.
What is good, people? Welcome to another episode of Outside with Iverson. This is the original show. This is where the juice comes from. This is episode 19, if not 20, and we are reporting to you live from Central University of Technology. And I have one. But before I introduce my guest, or before my guest introduce herself, please go to our social media pages and make sure that you follow us, or you go to our YouTube channel and make sure that you subscribe. Road to 2K, but currently we just hit 1.6. Blind. Thank you guys for, come in with the, you understand? But hey, let me not steal the shine of my guest. My guest, how are you?
I'm well, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Please introduce yourself to my people.
Oh, hi, his people. My name is Jemina. I have a lot of nicknames. Jemzliving, Jemima, James.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm a student at the Central University of Technology, Free State, Bloemfontein campus.
Okay.
Currently the SRC president at the campus as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what does
I'm a recent graduate, and also I'm doing my advanced. Thank you.
Okay, that was professional. That was proper. So okay, Jemina McQueen.
Yes.
That's your real name.
Yes.
Okay, so Jemina, where did you grow up?
Okay, I was born in Gauteng.
Okay.
Ekurhuleni. Normally they know it as Tugatole.
Okay.
Like, yeah, it's a place like a shanty town, a place full of shacks and like RDPs.
Okay.
So I don't know, but the question was, where did I grow up?
Yeah,
not how did I grow up.
Yeah, we'll get to, Okay. Okay. So you growing up, ne? You grew up in where?
Jemston.
Okay, Jemston. So you got into high school at which year?
I can tell you the name of my high school.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So I went to two high schools.
Oh.
Yes, I went to Gatleong High School for my grade 8 and my grade 9. And then I went to Mpilisweni Secondary School for my grade 10, 11, and 12.
Okay.
But now the name of the school recently changed. Yeah, they added logistics as well.
Okay.
As I think ICT, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. But
something to do with STEM related projects.
Okay. So I want to know, what was the reason for you to move to two high schools? Because if I remember, I believe everyone in here went to one high school. You understand? Grade 8 to 12, just like that. So what was the reason for you to move to two different high schools?
I've always been an activist. Let me just put it in that way.
Oh.
And my first high school was big.
Okay.
It was big. When you compare CUT and UFS, UFS is bigger than CUT.
Yeah.
So in terms of barracking size, I would say my first high school would be more like UFS, and then the second one I went to is more like CUT because it's much smaller.
Okay.
So now in terms of why I had to change, another reason might be the fact that but my catch was that Neki Pasa.
Okay.
So and then my mom decided for me to change the school, and then things got better as well because now it's a small place.
A class.
It's not easy to bunk classes.
Yeah, okay.
Because now it's small. They see you whenever you hear. Everyone knows everyone. So, but in the previous school, it would be easy to go and bunk. Grade 9, bunk at the grade 11 classes because we know but my teacher they always change because they don't know us. Even at most cases, it would be possible for hey,
okay, were you the class entertainer, that type of person? Because when I used to well disciplined, when I was everyone there's that kid who entertains the whole class, only for her or him to pass, but the others,
I wouldn't say entertainer.
Okay.
But I would say I was always speaking. I was always
you were voicing
yes,
out.
The thing is, in primary, I won't say I'm a bully, but I know there are people that would say I was like a bully, but I bullied them. Because of in primary, I was bullied. There was this time, yes.
Physically or verbally?
Verbally.
Verbally, most.
Physically, I used to fight.
Yeah.
Verbally, it was that thing. Actually, it was on one thing.
Okay.
So there was this time, I go Ekuruleni primary school where I used to go to my primary name.
Okay.
They used to give us free uniform at school.
Okay.
You would get free uniform. So now this other time they gave us free uniform and the tunic, the dress name.
Yeah.
It was too big. It was like an extra large.
Okay.
And I was like tiny, not that tiny.
Okay.
I was smaller than the uniform.
Okay.
And then my mom said, okay, we must go and cut it and we'll fix it.
Yeah.
And then I asked my mom, I said to her, I don't want her to cut the length of the dress. She must just make it to fit me.
You
and it was very long, but I felt like it felt right.
Okay,
like
so you were comfortable.
I was so comfortable in it. And then when I got to school, everyone was like laughing.
Yeah, because
and everyone was waiting for break. Like it was that thing. I wanna go to school.
Okay.
So that was the worst day of my life. Not in terms of confidence or what, because I was still confident. Mara, I had never been in such a space like where
the attention is
like now I'm fine with it.
Okay.
Mara, like you could. I think that's where I learned to be bold.
Okay.
And that's why I'm saying the worst day, because I think that's when I also got to learn who like the fact that I can stand up for myself.
Okay.
Because never no, but I'm multilingual.
Okay.
Yes, so I was then bullied. So it's high school. I had already had that thing. Because in primary, I think it was even from my grade 5, man. It wasn't like the grade 7. It was from my grade 5. So that thing, like 5, 6, 7.
Okay.
So, but why so because obviously I said like the short one. So now that's when I stood up for myself. Okay. Mutulacho something ingene magalene ke tlo arabo ga ke na taba le wena mo utshore sefuthu mo magana motho buanga sa yes. So high school ke kenise ke le motho e loring I was in defense mode already. Okay. Because they were saying battle flash ka di toilet battle like
they were threatening you some sort like that, or
the high school that I went to, they were doing it.
Yeah,
guys, my high school was in Katlehong. I think if you can search Katlehong, you can know the type of schools that, like, in terms of such stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I want to know, now, it happens that you're matric, right? So, what happens after matric now? You're done with matric. Did you immediately go to university, or there was things that you were doing, or what happened after matric?
Okay, thank you for that question. So, like, from grade 9, my mom took me to go and work.
Okay.
Like, you know where they sell clothes.
How old were you?
Gauteng. Grade 9.
Grade 9? Grade 9, kind of how old are you when you're doing
grade 9?
Okay.
So, I grade 9. Like,
during holidays?
Yes, during like school holidays.
Okay.
Both June and December. Like, say, I'm a suck some vans. Those vibes.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, because that's what Joburg is busy.
Yeah.
So normally my mom, she will say that kiska bali stress like it's my money.
Okay.
So from grade 9 up to my grade 12, I was just used to this thing.
Okay.
So grade 12 and then I worked at the village pub and grill. So there I was like a bar lady. It's like having Sandy's bar.
Okay.
Then I was a bar lady because I also once worked at Sandy's actually.
Okay. The hustle was there. Yeah, the hustle is serious. Okay.
So after my matric, I worked there. The results are out. I passed. And then I continued working.
This is 20.
My matric. Like the 20, December of my matric.
2022.
The December of my matric.
Yeah.
That's when then I was working.
Okay, yeah.
Sharp. And then the following year ya teng ne ka tswela pele ke ntse ke sebetsa mainly because I had applied for CUT. I think I had also applied for roads.
Multiple universities.
Not really a lot though.
Okay, yeah.
But because Neki applied to my teacher from high school.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, so now two fella apply. Then go CUT, bang rejected. But the program is full.
Okay.
Yes. So in April when I was working, I got a call from my teacher at school saying that CUT phone get to register. If I don't register within 72 hours, my space is gonna go to someone else.
Yeah.
Then I had to like take my savings and a small anyana bag and then come to Bloemfontein.
First time? This is your first time in Bloemfontein? Okay.
My first time in Bloemfontein. I came to Bloemfontein and then I give it like a tourism center. Then I woke up in the morning, I woke up like at last CUT and then that's why I registered for my first year.
Which course were you doing that time?
Diploma in computer networking.
What happens there?
It's like in the Faculty of Engineering, Built Environment and Information Technology. So it's in the IT industry. It's just focused more on computer networks, like your routers, your switches, connections, protocols, and all of that.
Okay. Jemina, from what I observed ever since I got to Bloemfontein, because obviously, like when you change location, whatever application that you're using, it changes to your location. It shows like more relevant stuff around wherever you are. Understand? So I saw that you are more. How can I put it? You are a voice of the people. You understand? Voice of the people or voice of the students. I don't know. You understand? So now I want to know, where does all of this start? You understand? Being confident enough to look someone in the eye and say, yo, this is how I feel, this is how I'm going to voice it out and all that. Like, where does it start before we get to now? Where does it start?
Like I said, high school nekili studune. Le courses ne.
Okay.
Yeah. I wouldn't say I was a member of courses like Kisaine membership of courses. Mara always when they had courses things like taking schools out, going to submit memorandums and stuff like that. I was always there. But I wasn't in like all of them because most of the time I used to use a train coming from school to home.
Okay.
Even though I was supposed to be on a bus.
What was it?
Normally, it's a bus, but because the Kidula train station, I use that advantage. Kidula Tamaga train. So, Jale, Haratamaga train. It's either ear kutalo kapa ear pakil. And if you le pakil, chanti towe moki walk high, otherwise chanti towe down ki paramedics. But if it's lega kutalo, kitowa station in high. So now I used to go with them from station in Teta Kolong until either Kutalo or Pakil. Then like I told Bara shout away, sin keep a scholar go to little my luruna. Maranagi, Marad, body peanuts, some savalas and Totalo. Yeah. So like I was explaining what high school Nikili note here one. So course I seen haba it's and tota like one city class. School second is train station and have one thing train station. So normally when they travel from Katlehong to Joburg, they would pass Jemzliving. And before Jemzliving, there's like 2 stations, either Kutalo or Pakilo. And then if Kitowa Pakilo, I would have to walk, but Kutalo is like near home. So that's where the whole thing started. Like giving everybody peanuts and zavala. No hurry bina. Bare. Amagerela, Stumela, Amagerela. Mara, when you normally never somebody said train, we used to say stimela, Samagerela.
What does Magerela mean?
Magerela ki rona man.
Soldiers.
Ki Magerela.
Like fighters.
Ki Magerela.
I don't know.
I can't tell. I'm agreeing with you.
Okay.
It's like you can explain it, Mara. Kima Gerela. Okay. Kima Gerela. So now that's where we used to like start the whole thing, activism, because Kiwana Bachuba read out the memorandum of demands and stuff and stuff. And then how you feel CUT? Like next ne ke tseba EFF le teng ke tseba CIC Julius Malema mara next a tsebe ho na le EFF Student Command so lu no iseli EFF Youth Command like ne tseba ho na le EFF abo
like the
ne tseba ho na le EFF so ha ke fihla mona na ka ke bona ntho ho na le SASCO ho na le EFF Student Command and then I was already aware of SASCO ki Elaya kapa I don't know, but they sleep on the same bed with like the ANC and COSA. Yes. So what I did, I then joined the EFF Student Command. I think it was the third day. Yeah, Kabana Fela Babile Gazibura Kaya plus Gabua Nashem the absent. So yeah, then Kajoina, that's when then I got to learn more
what happens in the
politics the importance of registering to vote, whether you are at Gasi University, the importance of voting, not only for national leaders but also local like Makanzlara. We have so many like young people that are at home that have IDs, they are eligible to vote but they are not registered to vote. So that's when I got to learn about economic emancipation. That's when I got to learn about Hulanela Mutu because I didn't come to advocate and then the EFF Student Command then taught us this is decorum, this is sometimes has something how to sore ki maintain at the same posture
definitely
high to see
yes. So I want to know ANC, right? Is it should we talk about it?
I don't know. Okay, you want to talk about it?
Okay. So ANC, what makes you what is the reason behind ANC like keeps dominating throughout the years? But even though people when they like on the social media platforms, I've read like mostly things that are happening, electricity, whatever, like kind of public, I don't know.
Services.
Yeah, public services. Yeah, thank you. Public services, mostly get the responsibility held by ANC. You understand? So what makes ANC keep dominating, even though people are complaining about the services? You understand? Yeah, please answer that for me.
ANC is not dominating.
Okay.
ANC is dying.
Okay.
It's just the death is not fast.
Okay.
No. Because even if you can check in the recent votes, that 29 it was the first time it went under majority. It didn't get majority.
Yeah.
So it's not dominating.
Okay.
I think what the youth should be aware of is that the youth is the one that's dominating.
Okay.
But because they don't, remember what I said, register to vote, they are not interested. They just say, corruption and stuff. That's why these people they keep getting seats and taking advantage. Because not that like they are not conscious, but they are not willing to learn. If there's one thing that I would ask the youth is to be willing to learn, and being willing to learn doesn't mean going to a university. And I believe that's the one reason also the leadership of the EFF decided the EFF Student Command must now totally be shut down. Now we're having an EFF Youth Command. Because Youth Command is not about a university, it's about the youth. It's about everyone. As long only youth. It's important to be conscious and realize if you continue saying honali sewage, hauna electricity, likhanselara lela le leholo hayi mahalo ba tloa stulo ha no tloa stulong o sa register ga voter so that when there are ward elections o lo votela go be le ward councilor e batla wabo. So kinana fela the honest truth is that they are not dominating. The youth, it's time for it to stand up. That's all. It's not about ANC anymore. It's about the youth wabo. And the youth needs to understand that it has so much power. We shouldn't be the one crying for jobs. Because we are aware of they are not willing to give us jobs.
Definitely.
So now we stand up, we are active, we want what is ours. And what is ours is what is for the youth.
Okay.
Tshwantse fela re be active, re sebetse Really dintho tse sharp
Okay, yeah.
Have those engagements but ba ngata ba ba tlo dula batjha ha re dutse tje ba batla re bue hore ntho Cardi B, Stefan Dixie, Bazola, Wabona, and yo, Wabona, Groovy,
Also the conversation that they hold.
There's nothing wrong. Bona, there's nothing wrong with having fun. Mara also, what is SITA?
Yeah. Okay.
What can I do? It doesn't mean how much I do university to be successful.
Definitely.
And it doesn't mean how much I do to successful.
Yeah.
So, tshwantse re kgone pele rona re shebe gore ke eng re ka etsang ka se gore ka se la rona le bebete ga bona metsi ke problem ke eng re ka etsang ha ba bitsa di meeting ha o batho ba baholo ntshela ya gore kontlung ha o bitswa meeting ko kasi ba re go ya motho moholo malume or 16 and above must attend meetings.
Okay. Yeah.
They must speak in meetings. They will ask. The youth is not afraid.
Okay.
So that's what they must do. Because if then we continue giving the responsibility to whatever whole, the results will always be the same.
Okay.
Okay. Yes. So that's a little bit of what they should do. It's not even what 100% they should do. Okay. That's only a little portion of what they should do, which will open up a lot more.
Okay, so not recently, but I think like months back, there was this other video that I was watching. It's a vlog that you did. You understand? And I feel like, to me personally, from my perspective, I feel like that's the raw like lifestyle of ours that we live. You understand? There's a vlog that you made. You were waking up, but you waking up is like you were in a shack. You understand? You waking up in a shack. And what I picked up is that mostly of us, we come from like unfortunate backgrounds, you understand? And we get to like this huge institution whereby we meet different children who come from like different backgrounds, you understand? And now me attending this is the only shit that I own. I come here and it happens that you're in the same space with people belonging, discouraging, hey, you understand, the motivating and all that. Understand? So I want to know from you, how did you graduate? Congratulations one more time. You are graduate, ne? Congratulations. So you get into CUT, right? And until you graduate, what are some of the challenges that you encountered? But you were like, you know what? I'm gonna stand up for myself. I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna get the degree. I'm gonna get that gap. You understand? So what are some of the things that you encountered that you possibly like 50% or 90% of the people who are watching this right now, but they encounter, but now it's like, should I back down? Should I? You understand? So what are the things that you encountered, but you were able to stand in business?
Okay. Firstly, I'm a diploma graduate. Okay. But I'm gonna be PhD. Don't watch
soon
out.
Enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like there are a lot of challenges. Firstly, accept.
Okay. True.
Not accept who you are poor. Accept who for now you are poor.
Okay.
Well, this is for
it's
now.
A temporary situation.
And that temporary situation depends on how you handle things going forward.
Definitely.
And then another thing, once you accept or accept how you handle on the whatever.
Yeah.
The mapela awe no ngwalang ka dikopo tse di voice note o be wa shane zija kwenza mapela wa tseba haluna ona le mapela kapa wa bona o tswa hosteleng kapa maybe like ho sharp mara family situation ya ha irege maybe ha o sana batswadi and batho ba o setseng le bona ha ba tshware grant accept for now
definitely
kinana how we accept and I know whether bophelo ba ha bo bethata because batho ba bangata ne ba qetela ba sa kgone bala ba sa kgone etsa dintho because o stresswa ke ntho tsa go hae hore na ha rona ke firstborn and ha rena nix and as far as ya ka ya sokodisa and ka mobo kita a ke tshore like ke re ra yetsa idula ile sone but I'm saying thinking more about the problem puts you more in the problem than finding the solution. Mara if u look like we play you know what, I know I once went through a lot. I was once raped, and maybe there's no, because most students they will open up and say I was once raped and there's no justice that happened. Kapa yes, the person was arrested. This years But wangata ha kgone ho tswella pele because o sa ikwalletse that thing.
Definitely. Yeah.
So how le skolong, for example, university, kgona ho sebedisa the facilities. That's why instead of you sitting there not doing anything, use the advantage. Go there and say, you know what, this is what happened to me once. I know it's in the past, however, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and fix it. Kapa, wa ipona o dutse ha lona matric results tsa hao ha o qualify and wa bona okay nna ha ke batlo ya university. You know, sometimes university is not only about you must motho mong like ha batle guys o batla ho etsa business kapa like o batla so like that's why ke tshwantse le motho a accept gore for now ha ke na tšhelete ma ha nka etsa so wa tseba nka ba le capital nyana ke etsa so ke re maybe nka kopanya ke reka phone e sharp ka kopanya ka reka ing e sharp ka etsa ka di kopanya ka etsa podcast wabo so ke tla who accept I feel like that's how now I went through most things sometimes they were not easy
definitely
they were not easy but when you accept it you accept okay this thing is here how do I deal with it
how do I tackle
instead of saying can I stress hey why is it can I stress hi ke stressed man I can stress. How like I can and sometimes but I'm saying so solution well, that's why I was also speaking of what I complain of Mara, they don't participate in meetings where they can criticize how they give but to so that's how now I got to even be able to graduate. There were times where I procrastinate dog. Like I have procrastinated.
Oh yeah.
Yo,
okay, sorry.
No problem.
Yeah.
Okay, you go ahead.
I thought like you're always wabala. Understand? On your free time, not even free time, like on the like other time that you have, you are into politics. Understand? Like it's a back-to-back thing. You understand? Yeah, definitely.
Yes. So I can do this, I can't do this. Guys, and then so there were times where as a student I feel like I neglected my studies because I was too focused on helping the next person to get accommodation, fight for them, and and there are times, my students, they know there are times where they get so angry at me because I'm not available. And by that time, it's not easy.
Yeah, because you're
there's a time where I have to like literally close myself in the room and study because I have a test that I must go and write and pass. And if I fail, lessons.
Exactly.
So, I feel like accept as much as it looks
sharp.
Mara how be sharp ka dula fatshe
action must be taken.
So that as much as the next person can say I'm useless, but now I know and I can sleep at night because I didn't do anything that will make me unable to open my mouth in meeting or to then sleep at night.
Okay, that's true. That's so true. So I want to understand something, distractions, What are some of the distractions that you had to remove in life? Talking relationship-wise, friendship-wise, you understand? Because you feel like these people, but pull a back. Understand? No bad blood.
Okay.
No bad blood.
Okay. Kitla ibe jang. Honale batho Beluring. How does binya moto ne?
Okay.
Mara ki circle. Like there was a time where I had people in my life.
Yeah.
Mara okay, this circle, it's not the one.
Yeah. Because energy never lies.
Yeah, it's not the one. And they're like, humnadi. Like humnadi in this circle, but it's not the one.
Yeah.
And they mainly because neki fila hore. Haribui, that's why kere. Youth command because it'll cutter that thing everybody leona okay. Okila wana haki ya kasi sometimes maybe batho even if ke batla go dula le bona, they will feel like, "Ay, Jemina sa university, I wanna."
Definitely,
because that student perspective, I think.
Yeah.
But now, because I'm no different. Yes, I have a university qualification, but I'm no different. And one day I know I'm gonna go back to Kasiaka and use everything that I've learned to change the way Kasiaka ilingating wabo. So yeah, kinto fela my G wabo. So Akso kati mutu offer like, I hate you, I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Or like, the growth is not even like like the end, like I don't feel.
Yeah, mara now. Unfortunately, my G kita wana starting. Hello, not that thing now. Maybe no sereduzi because you can see this circle is not beneficial in terms of aspiring my goals and also. So most of the time I'd rather be around my fighter.
So people in politicals, like, they get threatened, right?
Yeah.
Like some, they goes to an extent of like they threat you to a point like they tell you straight that you're gonna lose your life because now there's a tender that I have to get, but you're standing in my way. You understand? I've seen like, is it Liam Jacobs? The ones, but like, what happened to this money? You were supposed to build a stadium and all that. So have you like ever since? Have you gotten like any threats?
A lot.
Is it?
Yeah.
Like so, like what kind of threats have you ever like encountered or got?
I'm a girl from Joburg.
Okay.
So sometimes. Like one thing that I would like people to know, sometimes a threat doesn't always sound like it's a threat.
Okay. It's indirect.
Sometimes it's direct, it's a threat, but it doesn't sound like a threat. Okay. So you must be able to see, okay, this one is trying to handle the threaten me into this corner and not trying to keep a victim. So I refer to now Miwaka on rappel and then we do definitely. So I keep forget about mang o tla nketsang because tshwantse ke etse tshwantse ke etse ha o le bohloko sorry ka mokoma o bohle o fole
mara thatha umdimo ke mo iphetse
ke re nna ha ona iblane there's no need for me to say there's no people that are there's been a lot dog
is it
a lot mona a lot mara ke tla jang I have so much hope I'm fine, dog. I'm fine.
Definitely,
I'm fine. When just because uli tsotsi, go blela o tsotsi, and no batla ipontsha gore o tsotsi. Ke taba tsa hao, okay, baba. So I don't man, really, we are not scared. They must come. They can come in thousands, in millions. We don't care. We are here. We are going to exist and we are going to agitate. Even we are hate with their threatening us because you must make the uncomfortable comfortable. So the threats mean that they are not comfortable, and that's what we love. Mzansi for sure.
The presence, you understand? Okay, I want you to look directly in that camera. Tell the person watching this. It could be a girl. It could be a guy.
It could be LGBTQIA+.
LGBTQ.
Yes.
Do you, okay. I want to ask that question. But okay, tell the person watching this right now, direct, understand?
No.
Maybe this person doesn't have hope anymore.
Okay.
Understand? Maybe this person, just by seeing you through social media platforms, through physical, but they can't approach you. Understand? Through anything, you understand? Please leave a message for this person.
Okay, hi there. My name is Jemina. What I would love to tell you is to vote for the EFF. Okay. That's the hope, number one. But number two, let me tell you, don't wait for us to motivate you. You must be able every day, like I said, to know this is the situation you were born in, but this is not the situation you can live in future.
Definitely.
So yes, kohenu. Maybe everyone there's no one to look up to, and it's like you feel like your family is a family of failures, but there's no even family. Everyone is just scattered around and you feel alone. You feel like you are nothing. let me tell you something. You are something. Not because I said it, but because you are going to wake up every day and look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself that you're a champion. Believe in yourself. Have the will to win. Surround yourself with winners. And there's nothing that's not possible. Everything is possible. Even the impossible is possible because you make it possible. So go through the struggle. Go through the pain.
This definitely.
Go through the torture. Go through it. But I'm not saying like, GBV.
I did one.
I'm speaking about like the hardship of life. Maybe how something and they're like, you are really hungry and like anything. There's no need for you to give up. When you deregister, if you're a student and go back home, it's still the same life. If you do that every day and decide to drink alcohol, smoke matekwane, and just go to groove, kalame koloi, hube mnati, ayebo, mnandi, kodwa isisiso munghamba, singangenso yenyoni. So when you must always take care of yourself and make sure that you love yourself. Before you want your boyfriend to love you, my sister, and buy you flowers, buy yourself flowers. So that you can be able to say, you know what, I'm used to this, I can do it myself. Wrong. And then also it doesn't mean Majita don't go through GBV. But also but we cannot run away from the fact that also there's a lot of men that are killing our sisters each and every day. So all those things, they are going to change only if me and you, we come together and work. Like work. Let's work until we get the land back.
Uncle, you heard it from the leader. You heard it from the hero of our sisters and brothers. You heard it from the leadership. You heard it from men.
That's still fine. I'm a woman. You decide I'm a woman.
Mejemina Mukwena from Central University of Technology, the president.
Yeah, current president.
The current president. Please make sure that you subscribe. Everybody was here to make the whole shoot possible. Thank you to the brothers for showing up for her. Thank you to my brothers for showing up for me. Thank you to everyone in this room for showing up and making sure this whole episode is possible. Understand? And most importantly, shout out to Bragore for making this whole shoot possible. If you understand? So this is Iverson, your boy Le Pantola La Cheese, the coolest and the freshest pantola. Make sure you subscribe and you stay tuned.
And comment.
Kasi batwala la toro Sara go bota be setting about your friends. How to do when I was set the scatting at the tap vele Asia fotenos ka jambizes a hori dilwa desire but that's a wet. And better ka collect a text that the tombudite and fana you need to rest. Malobanya